let's talk about another potty training staple, the Gerber training pants. Part of what makes these such a great staple is they're relatively inexpensive. This 3-pack of the hot pink, the flower pattern, and the birds is available at Target for only $8. So that works out to, between $2 and $3 a pair, which really is not so terrible. If you compare that to the prices of even the most basic trainers by cloth diaper companies, it's just, I can't justify the extra cost of buying a blueberry trainer or a flip trainer or any of those. So what makes these different from regular underwear is just that from this seam around to the back, there's just an extra little bit of thickness. There's no waterproof layer. There's just a couple extra layers of fabric to help absorb some of the pee if there's an accident. In my experience, if my daughter's wearing these and she has an accident, generally most of the pee is absorbed by this layer. It'll be sopping, dripping wet, but it prevents us from having a puddle on the floor. So instead of her peeing like she would in regular underwear and just ending up with a puddle, this absorbs most of it, and if she's wearing pants, that'll absorb the rest. So you're definitely aware the second a child has an accident, which I think is really important, but you don't have to clean up the floor. So Gerber just came out with a newer version of this that I want to share with you. So the package looks like this. Alright, they're the Gerber training pants. The previous ones I showed you were available in 18 months, 2T and 3T. These only come in a 2 to 3T size, which is designed to fit 28 to 35 pounds. And as you can read on the label, they are new terry-lined pants with an extra moisture barrier. So they're designed to be similar in style to the original pant, but be a little bit more waterproof. So here's what they look like. They look pretty much the same. They're a little bit bigger because of the 2 to 3T size. So they do give my daughter a little bit of a bubble butt, whereas the original Gerber trainers look pretty much like regular underwear under her clothes. So you can hear the crinkle. Alright, that's the crinkle of the waterproof layer. The waterproof layer goes from this seam to this seam all the way up to the top of the front. And then it stops in the back right here, below the ruffles. And I don't like these ruffles here on this one. This pattern does not have the ruffles, only this one, but it's underwear. It shouldn't have ruffles. And then it has, if you look at the inside, this terry sort of towel-like material, and it's a little bit more absorbent. Now, I wouldn't recommend putting your kid down for a nap or any time where you really know they're going to have an accident. In these new training pants, you're going to end up with a mess. And the main reason for that is the encasement around the legs allows pee to wick out. So generally, if my daughter's in this and she has an accident, she'll end up with wet spots on the outside right around the legs. Where these have been really useful for us is at school. My daughter's daycare has a policy that kids aren't allowed to wear underwear on the playground until they're really confident that they won't have an accident. That's because their playground has some artificial turf, and if it gets pee on it, then they have to close it for the day and disinfect it, so it's a big hassle. So what she's been doing is, at school, she's been wearing these with her regular underwear either on top or underneath, depending on what the particular daycare provider puts on that day. And that's been really good in terms of if she does have an accident, between this and the underwear, her pants usually stay completely dry. And therefore they've allowed her to wear these for daycare on the playground so that we don't have to use as many diapers. The con of this is, though, that because her pants stay dry, her daycare providers aren't always immediately aware if she has an accident. And I don't really like these for that reason. So they're a good option as another low-cost trainer just in terms of price. These come in a 2-pack versus a 3-pack, but they're still $7.99. So these are $4 a pair. So they're still a lot cheaper than many cloth diaper company training pants. They've worked for us. They're not supposed to be a diaper. If your child has an accident, there is a chance of a leak, and you kind of want that to happen because you don't want your kid to wet their training pants and be able to go around their daily life and have nobody notice. I am considering getting some flip trainers or some Grovia trainers or some Best Bottom trainers, and if I do, I'll definitely let you know what I think. But for right now, these are working for us for what we need them for. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below.